Hey, how's it going? So, I know what I said. I might have also said no promises. Welcome back to Randomies. For those of you who don't know, I'm Ian, and we're back from RWBY, finally. Hasn't been as long since the long break I took with RWBY before, but longer than I wanted it to be. But last time, little quieter, but still some shadiness going on. Jacq had invited Ironwood and Winter to have just to a dinner at their place. Basically to make him look bad. We already knew that, but it didn't go well. Basically, he pushed all of the right buttons that would make Winter angry. That would make her lose control. She spoke out of turn or whatever. Didn't make them look very well in the eyes of the council. They're not too comfortable with Ironwood's, well, not ruling, what's the word? How he runs their military, I guess, and the control he has on their autonomy. I think Penny's trying to get through to Winter and to kind of allow herself to feel more and to act more with her heart than just her mind, her brain. There's the other thing with Watts. Pretty bad stuff. He hacked I forgot what it's called. But yeah, Watts hacked basically the power grid. They turned off the city's heaters, and so like there's a heavy snowstorm coming in. I don't know how necessarily like the point of it, like what his plan is anyway, like what in terms it means for his plan. He might be using it as a cover. Trying to stir up some chaos to for a distraction or to make Ironwood look even worse. I mean, what else happened? Oh yeah, Weiss met her mom, and she gave her information. She showed her a video of her dad meeting with Watts. Well, I think that's their first time, or at least anyone from our group seeing Watts. So hopefully that'll lead to something, because I'm pretty sure they saw the picture in Pietro's at his home / office with Watts in the photo. So hopefully that she'll see that connection.
What's going on? Is the heat off in Atlas too?
They wouldn't just turn the heat off, would they?
General, since the day you were appointed headmaster, there have been Atlesians who are skeptical of one man holding 2 council seats.
Yes, which is exactly why we have checks and balances.
We're supposed to, but lately you've been running roughshod all over them, making unilateral decisions without us.
Councilman, I never intended...
What people intend and what they do aren't always the same, General.
What? For how long? My authorization? Check it again.
Oh, he's messing them both up?
Councilman Schnee...
Yes, I agree with everything. Everything that was just said. No further questions.
I'm not quite done yet. You're afraid of something, General, aren't you?
I think that's pretty obvious, Miss Hill. I'm trying to prevent Atlas from becoming another beacon, another haven.
Yet you don't trust your own council to help you? Operating in secret? These
Well,
are the actions of somebody who's hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything.
Let's put it to the test then. You're
That
all aware of my semblance.
of hers, man.
Let's settle it here and now, General Ironwood. Here and now.
Wait! You've got the wrong man on trial. I know who's been framing Ironwood, who rigged the election. And my father does too. He's been working with him.
Arthur Watts?
Oh.
That's impossible!
Oh.
Dr. Watts died in the Paladin incident years ago.
What is this?
Oh, shoot. Oh, no.
Play it.
That bastard is costing me more money every day with this embargo. I'd lay off every employee in Mantle if I wasn't trying to
Way to
get
go,
their
Mom.
votes for this council seat. What if I said you could have your cake and eat it too?
He's not looking
What
good
did you
right
have
now.
in mind? James Ironwood never recognized my genius. After everything I gave him, he still disgraced me. I simply wish to return the favor. What's in it for me? A seat on the council. All I need is your login credentials to the Atlas network. You promised to make Ironwood's life a waking nightmare. And I will guarantee you victory at the polls by giving the voters down in Mantle a little digital push, if you will. I always knew you were a good scientist, Arthur. But I never knew you were such a good salesman.
Enough.
That is... I can explain that.
Yeah.
That isn't real.
Jacq, take your seat.
Yeah.
You're running? Haha. Weiss.
Weiss.
Jacq Schnee, you're under arrest.
Satisfaction.
Atlas killed the heat on purpose!
They'll do anything to control us.
The situation here is getting out of control. Please advise.
Great.
I knew you'd stoop low to get what you wanted, Jacq. But this...
This is all a great leap, James.
No. It's quite simple,
What?
really. Now that I know Arthur Watts is alive, working with a madman like Tyrion Kalos, it would be easy for someone like him to coordinate an unthinkably heinous act like the one in that warehouse. Watts designed Mantle's entire security network. He used that access to hack the surveillance system and frame someone else for the job. All while stealing an election. And once you became a councilman, your newly granted clearance gave him a backdoor into Atlas' secure network. But you probably hadn't even considered that, had you?
Nope.
The people that died that night, their blood is on your hands.
Jacq Schnee must be tried, not only for treason, but as an accessory to murder.
These are outrageous accusations. I only intended to win the election. I had nothing to do with...
Only?
What else will he be able to do with the access Jacq's given him?
With enough time, whatever he wants.
Wait, what? What do you mean the heat has gone off?
You have to believe me. I didn't know he was planning this.
You are going to shut your mouth and get the heating grid up and running again.
I've been informed that we can't get into the system. It's been blocked off.
Without heat down there, people are going to die.
General Ironwood, how bad is it?
Well,
He's using Jacques' credentials. We can follow that activity on the network if he's found his way into the Amity system. No. The secret is safe. For now. But
say a little louder.
if he learns about Amity, she learns about Amity.
Can you block his access?
It's too late. He's already starting to lock us out.
Can we trace him somehow? Find out where he's hiding?
He's going to be mobile. We need his access point. We need to get him out in the open.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Yep. Still here, everyone. How do a disgraced scientist and disappeared serial killer find each other, General? Why would they target you? And why are you working so hard to hide the Amity Communications Tower from them?
You know?
Don't know how she got that information. Nothing to do with it.
Citizens, please disperse. For your bones may be. Please disperse. For your bones may be.
Well. Grim? Guys, how often do you... Oh god, those are... Oh no.
Atlas Manta Team Delta, beginning first run.
I forgot what they're called. Why? You should have shot them from behind or something. Maybe they're... Whoa. What are those things? Those are speed in it. Oh, okay. Just... I don't know what they're called. God. Oh, those are different things. I don't know. They could give them different names. I just don't remember what they would be.
I used to think you were hiding something to protect yourself, but I can tell there's something much bigger going on here. Now I think it's to protect something else. Us. Atlas, maybe even all of Remnant. And you're afraid of what might happen if you tell the truth.
General, the Grimm are all over Mantle. The air fleet's doing everything they can, but they can't easily target Grimm in the city without risking casualties.
This is what I was afraid would happen.
Sir, we need ground support now.
What we need is to start evacuating Mantle. If it's completely overrun, it's not going to be safe anywhere. Use the fleet
If I move the fleet, then Atlas is vulnerable. I tried to keep the kingdom safe, and now we're losing everything.
General, earlier you asked for my advice.
I wanted Ozpin's advice.
And his advice probably would have been to keep your secrets. When we first got here, you already knew that wasn't the right course. You had a new plan.
It's time to give up on that plan. It's all falling apart.
The panic you were worried about, it's already happening. The secrets you're keeping, they're about to be in the open anyway. It's time. Tell the truth.
You're not alone. We can do this together.
Thank you. Oscar, I think it's time you get back to the academy.
I think you're right.
Miss Hill, Councilman Sleet, Councilwoman Camilla, there are some things you need to know about.
Oh boy.
Let's figure out how we can help Mantle. Together.
I've called a transport. What about Watson Tyrion?
You leave them to me. Right now, you're needed down below.
All right, everybody. It's time to do our jobs. All of us.
What she said. Let's make it happen, Huntsman.
Oh no. Thought there's something off about her. I think.
Oscar?
You first.
Sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Actually.
I wanted
had the
to
thought
say
that maybe we should tell Ironwood.
Oh, well, I guess we're on the same page, huh?
Guess so.
Huh.
He's finally choosing the truth over fear. We should do the same.
I'll tell him. I'm the one who chose to keep it from him in the first place.
RWBY! Transport's leaving!
I think you're needed elsewhere.
You're sure?
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh boy.
Good luck in there.
Kids.
I don't know how well that's gonna go.
All right, everyone. I need to stress to our new huntsmen and huntresses, we are prioritizing citizen safety over killing Grimm. Got it?
She can control Grimm?
Ironwood wouldn't lie about something like this.
Do you really really think he can stop her?
She can't be killed. Jin told you this.
She showed us when we asked what Oz was hiding.
Why? Why would Oz keep this from us? From the people who trusted him?
He was worried you would lose hope. We're sorry we kept it from you too. We didn't know who to trust. I figured you should know before you make any sacrifices. Sir? What are you gonna do?
All we can do for the moment is what we can to save Mantle. That's what's in front of us.
He'd be proud of you. You're bringing the hope that Atlas was meant to inspire. The city in the sky is held to a higher standard.
You say that like you were there.
Oh.
Our transports are here.
Is he
We
coming
should
back?
move. Oscar. No more surprises, all right?
Oh, why not?
I'm not sure I could take it.
You and me both.
Whoa! Hello? Dragon? A small dragon? Or a pterodactyl, basically? No? I don't know. I'm pretty sure I haven't seen that one before. Oh god. Oh.
Can't shake it!
I don't think we're staying airborne. It's time to go. You have your team assignments.
Who all has
Let's go.
a drop plan? Did it just get hit by the wing and destroyed?
Don't stay too long.
Yeah, thanks for the tip.
What's it called? Landing plan? I don't know what it's called. But it seemed kind of friendlish to me.
Try to keep up, kid.
God, it's such a cool semblance. I know it's just like speedy, but the effect itself so simple.
Show off.
How
dare you? It's highly unnecessary. I will not stand for
Okay, I feel bad for
Don't touch
that.
me like
God
that.
dang it.
I'll be reporting this rough treatment. What's your name and badge number?
Is that Metropolitan? That's her. I thought they showed her for a reason last episode. She's gonna figure. Oh crap! Crap! No, I know she's here. Maybe.
Huh. You're back early. Tell me you found what we've been looking for.
How did you get in here? Why am I? Oh, I forgot they were working together. That's gonna end it, their mother. Well, you know, I didn't expect it to explode on Jacques' face, like at least so quickly. I was hoping he'd get found out, but so soon after the election. Watts just totally screwed him. I just screwed him over, manipulated him. I figured that, but I mean, he gave him nothing except he gave him a few moments in victory, and then it just led to him getting arrested almost immediately afterwards. It's so satisfying though. He deserved every bit of that. I wonder if that means that Robyn's gonna get like default position or something, because she was between Jacq and Robyn. And yeah, Watts. Well, he did that for a couple reasons. Wait, no. Why am I thinking? Because no, idiot, not a distraction. Because at least not for because Metropolitan. She's not even a part of that group. At least she's not with Watts. See, I thought there was something up with the whenever. I think it was last episode. Yeah, it was last episode. Whenever Weiss was looking for information around the mansion, And she ran to that one caterer lady. It seemed odd. It was like just an odd scene that they showed. That makes sense now. It's Metropolitan. But I didn't know she could like fake a voice. Cause didn't she speak? Or was that not? Or was that a different person? She just became her as well. I don't know. They were just showing, hey, this person here is here. So if you see her again, it's not suspicious at all. She spoke, right? Maybe she can fake speaking. That would make sense because then she would. I don't remember. Didn't somebody mention why she doesn't speak or that she can't speak? I don't remember. Somebody might have mentioned it, not in the show, like comments or something. And I'm so glad that it was Weiss that just outwardly just destroyed him. She just brought the evidence. I didn't know what she was going to be doing with the evidence, but she actually just brought it to the council. Or at least those. Is it just those two? I don't think it is. I think these are the only two that showed up for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, show them the evidence. They remember who Arthur Watts is now, and they know the kind of person he is. And there was just everything else that he had said in that video. Save the freaking day. And now they'll be safe. Now that he's being arrested. I feel like I'm an overly sympathetic person because I already feel bad for Whitley, and he was such a punk. Like I don't know. Like when in Volume 4, I'm pretty sure he was a putz before, but I guess it was because she went to Beacon, and Winter had already left, so he was the only one there, the only child there to take their father's full wrath or whatever. So maybe was he not like that beforehand? I mean, it seemed like the way Weiss had talked about him that, man, my hair I need a haircut. Sorry, the way that she'd been talking about him before, like he had always been like that, but maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Maybe she said he used to be different. I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen Volume 4. But part of what Watts did was to, I'm assuming, I think it was one of the things I said anyway, to make Ironwood look worse, or at least Atlas, those that were running Atlas, is freaking starting what's the word? A riot, Jesus. I don't know. And I can't remember what it's called. I'm blanking. I blank so much. I don't know why. The place where Robyn is defending and everything. Yeah, they started right there saying that Alice turned off the heat on purpose, and that's very dangerous. That's it's gonna lead to them dying apparently. I kind of figured it would be something like that, considering like how high they are. Almost weird. And the fact that that's needed to just keep it from snowing nonstop. Like the instant it went down, it was snowing, and the entire area is just covered in snow already. It's not piled to like feet, but I mean it's only a matter of time. It's only been a few minutes or maybe hours. I don't know, but not hours. It's only been a few minutes, maybe an hour. Because it was still at the scene with them at dinner, so it hadn't been that long, and the place was already covered. So they need to get that back on as quickly as they can. But Mistral, is that it? Sorry. They're locked out because Watts. But I mean, what's frustrating is, I mean, I get that you can't really control your emotions, but like, and you feeling this unfairness just being, crushing you. But I mean, you guys have dealt with. Hold on, wait a minute. Aren't they in the air? Oh, well, sure. What I was saying though is people understand, that Grimm are attracted to negative emotions, and it's not Goliath. Those giant elephants. They're what are they called? Are they Goliaths? I forget what they're called. I'm trying to remember. Isn't Atlas in the sky? Yeah, like Atlas is large, so it's a large piece of land. They didn't get rid of all the Grim on this piece of land that's in the sky. Isn't it Atlas? That's why they need the power to keep the heat on in the first place, because they're so high. The altitude is freezing up there. Am I wrong? Am I just getting things mixed up, everybody? I'm so sorry. If I don't think that I am. Because I know that I've seen a picture of Atlas, and it's just massive, country. Not city. Massive chunk of rock in the air. And do they have a mount? Like how? I don't remember the picture of it, but anyway. So I guess that's just that Grim live on that piece of land that's in the sky. And I know that's not impossible for Grim to show up there, even if they weren't living on it. They could just fly there, which is fine. But there were those, behemoths. No, I think the behemoth was that giant fish thing at the finale last volume. I don't know. Anyway, completely it doesn't matter. Off topic. Well, not off topic. Jesus, I'm rambling so much. Sorry, guys. What I was trying to say is I'm assuming they understand. They've dealt with Grim. They know how they are, what they're pulled to, and they've already dealt with it. That we've seen before this. Whenever people thought Penny had murdered all those people, there was people rioting. Well, not just rioting, like freaking out too, because there was a massacre that had happened, and Grim showed up. Which you can't really. That's different. They're freaking out. They're panicking because of mass murder. But this one, they're in danger at this point too. So I understand their frustration, their anger, and their assumedly hatred. Guys, the Grim, the Grim making things complicated. I mean, rioting is already not a good thing to be doing. It's dangerous enough as it is, and then you gotta throw in Grim in the mix. Although, okay, I'm glad that everybody's letting everything out. One, Ironwood's told the council and Robyn about Salem and her connection with the Grim, and I'm assuming Oz. Maybe the fact that Oz is also living inside Oscar, and I think that he's showing up, possibly, maybe, because he mentioned, I forgot what he had said. Oscar had said something that Ironwood's like, you say like you were there. And RWBY and Oscar, I'm assuming the team would agree, have decided to tell Ironwood the truth about what Oz was hiding. That Salem can't be killed, at least that they know of, and that Jin knows. I think Jin's supposed to know everything, but she said you can't kill her. So maybe someone or something can? I feel like he might be slowly peeking out, or it's more so like he's merging. So maybe, because I asked you this earlier, if him having, locked himself away and kind of hiding from everybody and not making himself known, not even to Oscar, if that would somehow prevent the merging or maybe slow it down, but maybe it's not. I don't know. It might be still slowly merging and he's going to become just Oz, or not necessarily becoming, but like Oscar and Oz will be the same person. His memories will be mixed with his. But all things considered, and it's not like he has a whole lot of choice right now. He's got this, immediate problem to deal with. But I mean, I feel like considering Ironwood's, tendency to kind of lose his cool or kind of break down at times, understandably. I feel like he took it rather well. There are dogs going crazy out there. But yeah, I feel like he took it really well. More than I gave him credit for. I feel like because I was worried he was gonna, lose it. But I guess not. I mean, we still have time. Maybe he will. But I mean, maybe he's okay. Maybe this will give him more perspective, or you know, maybe he can now make a decision with all the information, not just like on the assumption that, you know, we could possibly still kill her. So maybe he won't go through with the plan to bring all the Grimm here. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's definitely gonna change his original plan to how he's gonna do things before. Excuse me. But I completely forgot about Metropolitan and Neapolitan. Why have I been saying? I finally said it right, guys. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be telling me in the comments. If you're still here, which if you are, congrats. But Neapolitan and Cinder, I completely forgot about them because we haven't seen them. We hadn't seen them since like majority of last volume. I don't think. I think there was a couple episodes with them in there, and then it was just the rest of the gang, or the gang. They're not part of the gang. And then not until this episode, we haven't seen them. I don't think it was this episode. Or I'm pretty sure it's just this episode. I don't believe we've seen them in any episode up until now in this volume. Well, crap. That's not good. Can she feel? I don't remember. Can she feel when you're what's it called? Maiden. When you're a maiden, can you sense another maiden is around? Does she know that the Winter Maiden's here? Is she just following RWBY? Because I know they both have a vendetta against RWBY. So maybe. And now they both know that's... I think at least Metropolitan knows about Neapolitan. Why am I still... Why is that in my head? Neapolitan is... I think she heard about what Ironwood told the rest. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Or maybe she just heard about Jacq and that Watts is here. I don't know. But guys, that is it for this week's episode of RWBY. Hope you enjoyed it. Might be more than just this episode. I might just release the rest of the volume if I have it all recorded. So probably no Patreon because it doesn't feel right. Considering how lagging I've been. But yeah, if you want to see the rest of this volume and other stuff that we hopefully have going up, click the subscribe button. Stick around for all that stuff. Maybe something else coming up. That's not necessarily a reaction. Who knows? We'll see. Stay around.